Dulwich Hamlet arrive at Westleigh Park this afternoon for just the second time in their history, with Havant Waterlooville the hosts. Dulwich produced arguably their performance of the campaign in midweek, going to Billericay Town and winning by 2-0, with superb strikes from Ibra Sekajja and Ashley Carew, moving them into the playoffs. Gavin Rose has rewarded the 11 from that night with keeping their places in the starting lineup. After 2 without a win in the league, the Hawks picked up a vital 3 points here on Tuesday against Harrow Borough, trailing 1-0 at the break. Second half strikes from Wes Fogden, Ed Harris and James Hayter kept them 4 points behind Bognor Regis Town in the title race. They make just one change, Hayter replacing the injured Bradley Tarbuck. Dulwich won the return fixture just 10 days ago. Can they do so again and strengthen their grip on the playoff spot? Strugnall. Brian Stock. Harris also scored in midweek, his first of the season. Pryor knocks that on. Hayter trying to return it to his strike partner. Carew sells Cargbo short and the Hawks are streaming forward. Pryor's onside, looks up before delivering, low ball in all the way through. Weatherstone almost putting that through his own net. Weatherstone for Carew. Hayter sees it away. Pryor back into Chambers, it's good strength. Thought Chambers maybe pushing the back on Jason Pryor. Referee sees nothing wrong. Drage searches for Sekajja. Strugnall gets a toe on it. Away by Ryan Woodford. He's come here for Pryor. Took it early. Knocked down, falling kindly for him, but his shot is a long way off target in truth. Young will send it forward. Well flicked on by Rory Williams to Hayter. Fogden in support on that far side. Now whipping the cross towards Pryor, he gets up. Great save by Edwards, who tips it wide for a corner. Well, I said his record against Dulwich isn't great. Almost rectified it there, but a fine save by Preston Edwards. Diving low towards his far post and just flicks it behind for a corner kick. Quick to point that out, Ryan Atkin. Harris hangs in the air. Chambers, good header away. Dan Strugnall picks up the loose ball though. Turns into Beanie, gets a bit lucky with deflection. Strugnall able to come on. Hayter, only Pryor in the middle at the moment. Strugnall's joined him. Doesn't work across, plays it to Stock instead. That's a delightful looking ball in. Pryor heads wide. Another sight of goal for Jason Pryor. It was over Weatherstone. Pryor trying to angle it into the far corner. Bounces the wrong side of the post though. It's 2 opportunities had in the air. Not been our first half littered with chances so far, just 2 real ones of note for Jason Pryor. Here's Williams, low ball in. Lewis does not manage to find space for a shot. Strugnall though, he does. Again off target. This time Dan Strugnall took it early on his weaker left foot. Seems to be curling away from goal. Just going to go long towards the edge of the area here by Brian Stock. Hangs in the air. Drage commands his penalty area. Williams comes the latest delivery. Harris gets up, had a free header in there. Can only glance it wide. He scored in midweek, his first of the season. Can't replicate his antics there. Foul throw awarded against Chambers. Don't see that too often. Dulwich not happy. Strugnall takes a quick throw to Fogden, gets it back. His cross comes in. And again, it's a header in there. This time Lewis. Over the top it goes again. Now finding Havant heads in the penalty area, but unable to keep them down. We'll direct them on target on the whole. Stock. Pryor knocks that down. Fogden can't turn away from Green. Stock searching for Hayter. Cargbo pokes it over Kenny Beanie, who's on the ground. Finds Carew. Hasn't been able to influence the game just yet, Ashley Carew, but searching for Tomlin, who leaves it. He was offside. Sekajja running at Molyneux now. Towards the post and in all the way through. Dulwich take the lead. Ibra Sekajja on the score sheet again, his 10th of the season. And Dulwich have been second best so far. Have a lead after 36.5 minutes. Well, I said Carew hadn't been able to influence the game just yet. He has now. Threads a delightful ball through. Tomlin was offside, left it alone. Sekajja had also made the run in behind, kept it in play. And from a tight angle, fires it across Young and gives Dulwich a lead here. Stock to take. Delivers dangerous area, struggle, got the touch I think. And again they can't direct the header goalwards. Who's already provided his 14th assist of the season. Will deliver this. Low ball in. Stock easily clearing, you'd say. Carew again, second ball. Better header by Harris. Beanie up towards Weatherstone. Green trying to bring it down. It will drop for Carew on the bounce. Wide it comes to Dulwich's goal scorer, Sekajja. So across from him, beats Williams on the outside. Low ball in. I think Chambers poked that away from goal. Into the path of Brian Stock. I'm sure it was a Dulwich man who touched it, Michael Chambers. He's going to play the short Carew to Chambers. Dulwich went packing the penalty area that time. Carew for Tomlin, just stumbled, but will get hold of the ball, Gavin Tomlin. Again, it's his good footwork from a Dulwich man. This time it's Tomlin. And a bit of a cul-de-sac, so plays it back to Chambers. Cargbo, can he generate space for a shot? He'll line it up. Does go for goal, palmed away by Ryan Young. But another chance to put that right. Brian Stock will deliver. Sends it in, it's headed on by Lewis, and they do equalise. And they finally get a header on target. It's Theo Lewis with a flicked header over Preston Edwards. It went into the far corner. And they have come flying out the traps at the start of this second half. Lively ball in by Stock. Lewis got in front of his marker. Flicks it up and over Edwards. That's the 12th goal in the league this season for Theo Lewis. And Stock replicates the previous free kick. It's flicked on and Carew has to nod away. It will come back for Stock. Strikes it first time. That's a long way over the crossbar. Indeed, a long way out the ground from the Havant Waterlooville captain. Fogden. Brought down from him. Stock over the top, searching for the run of Rory Williams. Does bring it down. Low ball in. Finds Fogden, pulls it back. Hayter, what a save by Edwards at his near post. Move of the match so far. It's a good save by Preston Edwards at his near post. I just need to settle down and settle down quickly. Stock towards the edge of the area, towards Hayter. He does strike it. Nodded away by Drage. Well worked corner routine that. It's on by Pryor, searching for Hayter. Drage's heavy touch has caused problems here because Pryor nicked it off him. Here's Fogden, goes inside. Can he find a shot? No, he can't. It comes to Pryor. That's off target for Jason Pryor. Edwards is searching for Tomlin here. Stock, who wins that header. Beanie gets ahead of Theo Lewis and can drive forward the Dulwich captain. Sekajja and Tomlin ahead of him, and he's gone for goal himself. It's wide by Kenny Beanie, trying to find the far corner. 52 minutes gone. Dulwich pegged back at the start of the second half, 1-1. Between Havant Waterlooville and Dulwich Hamlet here at Westleigh Park. Theo Lewis heading home, an equaliser. And he's on the ball now. The Hawks number 10. Strugnall. Finds Hayter edge of the area. Chambers goes with him. Stock, first time ball in. Headed goalwards. And just wide by Lewis. Almost a repeat goal. I think Drage must have got a touch on that. A corner's been awarded. So close to finding the far corner, and they're causing problems in that penalty area again. Havant Waterlooville. 7th corner they've had this afternoon. Williams. It's all about the short option. Stock will deliver towards the far post. Jason Pryor got up. Can't keep his header down. Way for a goal kick it goes. Players jostling for space in there. Carew gets it in. Weatherstone got a touch on that and knocked it wide. Got up, Mark Weatherstone is good in the air in the opposing penalty area. Can't direct his header goalwards. Carew to whip this in. Pretty deep. Green got up, glances wide. Wanted a foul against Nathan Green. The Havant defenders didn't come. Free kick goes long. Akiniemi controls header. Harris. Shot by Beanie. Ambitious. And over the top again from Dulwich, this time with Beanie. Chambers sees it away from harm. Lewis gets to the second ball and gets the return pass as well. First touch let him down. Chambers can clear for the time being. Williams heads out on towards Fogden. Weatherstone stood tall, held firm. Pryor wins the first header, put Chambers under pressure. Drage trying to help him out. Pryor strikes it, and palmed away for a corner by Preston Edwards. Pryor had the better of both Chambers and Drage there. Barker might be in behind here though. Found some space all the way through. Penalties awarded, and his first involvement is to win a penalty for his side. He was held back. What an introduction that is. The last time Jason Pryor faced Preston Edwards, had it saved. Dulwich have saved 2 from 10 this season. Pryor scored 8 penalties and make that 9. Edwards guessed the right way. He's exercised his demons from the playoff semi-final though, Jason Pryor. And with 5 minutes to play, Havant Waterlooville have a massive goal in their search for the title. 9th penalty is scored this season, 26th goal of the season. Edwards dived to his left, the side that Pryor went to. Nathan Green also interested, but I'm sure it'll be the Dulwich captain here. No, it is Green who steps up, blocked by the wall. It's come for Drage. Weatherstone in space. It's going to be too deep a ball. Far away. Cargbo haven't sitting deep. Cargbo's ball to the area. DeMarca lays it off. Sekajja will strike it. No power or conviction in the shot from Sekajja. Bobbles kindly into the arms of Ryan Young. Chambers in possession with the throw. It's got to go long now, Dulwich. 2 defeats in 3. That's things stand. Chambers does send it long up towards Akinyemi. Drops for DeMarca. Took it early, and that will be the last chance surely now. It's going to be a defeat on the road for Dulwich for just the 3rd time this season in the league. It's over Pryor. Chambers hooks away. It's a big win this afternoon for Havant Waterlooville. They've turned things around here against Dulwich Hamlet, trailing 1-0 at the break. They've won by 2 goals to 1. A late penalty settling the game from Jason Pryor, who exercised some demons after missing that one in the playoff semi-final for Bognor Regis Town last year. Dulwich took a lead in the first half. Ibra Sekajja in the 37th minute, scoring from a tight angle in a half that haven't dominated in terms of chances. Back they came after the break. Theo Lewis, 3 minutes after the restart, nodding home. A lovely flicked header across Preston Edwards into the far corner before the introduction of George Barker within 30 seconds, winning a penalty for his side, which Pryor converted. The final score at Havant and Waterlooville's Westleigh Park is the Hawks 2, Dulwich Hamlet 1. The Gav just one of those days today, was it?
Yeah, I thought we done well to go in 1-0 down. 1-0 up at half time, and literally didn't start very well in the second half. Added to that was some poor referee decisions in the second half. He gave free kicks where they weren't. Even the other team didn't appeal for them, and they've capitalised from it. They're a dangerous team on a cross ball, and we knew that, and I thought the referee helped that today as well. But our second half, the way we started generally just wasn't good enough. We didn't turn them around. I think we thought we could start off the way we finished the first half, and that we came a cropper because of that.
I was going to say, the warning signs were there in that first half. Preston made a good save, and they'd had a few headers that go wide, so when that free kick was awarded at the start of the second half, you should have made sure that you had to defend it a bit better than you did.
Yeah, definitely, exactly. We knew that from a cross ball they'll be difficult. They've got good threats from them areas, and for us it's to limit it, whether to shut the space down earlier or not give away the free kick.
Obviously as well, slow start in both halves. Were you disappointed with how long it took you guys to get into the game, especially after how fast paced it was on Tuesday?
Yeah, that's exactly what we just said to him. The difficulty for us all season has been consistency. I feel we're a match for any team in this league, without disrespect to the teams above us, because they've done something more better than we have this year. But I think we're a match for any team, but on the day. But going week in, week out is where we've struggled. We've struggled for players to play really well on a Tuesday and then play really well on a Saturday consistently during the season. and that's the reason why we haven't hit the heights that we expect to. Whether the players will take that on board or not, it's a fact. But we we now have to just concentrate on Tuesday. It's one of our games in hand. And we have to try and get the 3 points against Leverhead.
Do you think Havant Waterlooville as well learned from their mistakes they made against us 10 days ago, and they tried to limit us to not being able to counter-attack as effectively as we did in that game?
Possibly. I thought in the first half we had, once we'd weathered the first 15 minutes, I thought we had enough control of the ball to probably cause them a bit more problems. So I wouldn't say that really they made much of a difference. I thought the game was fairly even, at least in the first half, and in the second half, like I say, they got it forward a bit quicker. I thought the referee's decisions weren't great, but they capitalised on them really well. And I felt they were a bit more aggressive than us in the second half, and got the ball into their forward players a bit quicker and supported the play well, and we didn't match that.
Just finally, obviously it's a big game against Leatherhead on Tuesday, not just for the fact it's the next game, but also local rivals that add a bit more intensity and hopefully a good chance to respond.
Yeah, whoever we play now, it doesn't matter who we play, we just need the 3 points. So like I say, Tuesday's a game where it's a game in hand for us. I think we only have one more after that, and we need to try and capitalise.